Whee! 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 Hello! It's me! How you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying the sun here in the south of France. And I came to a place that for me represents something. This is a metaphor. Now if you want to find out how I found this place, there's a behind the scenes video in which I did a bicycle tour just to find this place, basically. Just to have a more interesting background for you. Because today I want to talk about, wait, how did I do it? My vision. The shadow on my arm, that's how we had it. My vision. I found it. I did find it, yeah. Yesterday I had the breakthrough. Yesterday I had the breakthrough where it finally came together and I now can present to you my vision for my own future. At least what I think right now could be a potential future of mine. I'm not saying that it has to be like that, obviously. Of course, I can always reevaluate, redecide, change up my vision, put around some stuff. This is all not set in stone, but it's a beginning of the direction that I want to go into, or go on to travel along, right? Like I've been working on this for weeks now, right? So I've been constantly doing those meditation exercises and trying to listen to myself. Just, you know, I had those guided meditations that basically were supposed to help me find my vision of my future, you know, connect to my future self. I got somewhere, but I didn't get far enough. In one meditation, it always said about the house and my partner and my job, and I couldn't really figure out. I just couldn't. Especially with the future job, I had massive problems. Especially when she then said, and it gives you so much income and so unlimited passive income. And I'm like, dude, with that I will definitely not make any money. So this all just those limiting beliefs that I hold in myself, that with the things that I do, I won't make money, right? So with the things that I want to do, I can't make money. Like with improv, with YouTube. Might be true, might not be true, who knows? But finally, yesterday, while I was just chilling outside in the sun on the couch. Yes, there was a couch outside, it doesn't matter. I had the breakthrough. I have it. I have a vision for my life. I was just lying there, not particularly, like I wasn't trying to achieve anything. I was just lying there, and then it came to me. It came to me, I suddenly thought, I want to become an investor. Like, if I told you that half a year ago, I would have told you, dude, me an investor, I have zero money to invest on anything. I have zero knowledge about investments. I have zero knowledge about real estate. I have zero knowledge about the stock market. What the hell do you want me to invest in? Fair point, Andy of the past. However, that's all stuff you can learn, right? I mean, with every profession, with everything at all, you gotta learn it first. But here's why being an investor could be interesting for me personally. First of all, it would mean that I make money passively, and that is one of the essential things for me. I just don't want to work a 40-hour job. I just don't want to do all that. I'm gonna stand here so you don't see them. I just don't want to freaking be limited or be bound to certain working hours. But if I was an investor, right, I could be like, well, today I feel like working and doing stuff and finding out stuff and investing. And on other days I'm like, no, I prefer to spend my time with my family, my children, my bicycle, my surfboard, whatever. And I can do that. If I am my own employer and it's just me, then I can decide those things. I can decide how much I do. And with investments, It's the money that is doing the work. It's the money that is working for me. I don't need to work myself. It's the money that's working for me. And if I have enough money, I can also hire assistants who are working for me. Essentially, it all comes down to me not doing the work myself. What a great vision, I know. Of course, I will need to do some work in order to get there, because as past Andy would have told you, I have no idea about investing. I have like literally, how would I, you know? So it's gonna take some time to get there. But the good thing is, I have some time. I still have some time. I'm still young. I'm still under 30. So for an investor, right? For like, if you're thinking in investors, like you're thinking old people, right? Especially old white men. But anyway, I'm a young white man. So, right? So I still got the age going for me. I mean, I could have started earlier, of course, that would have been better, but hey, I first wanted to study because study life was amazing, and then I had to try out an actual job in order to find out that hell no, that's not for me. But investing, and that way I can still do the YouTube thing, I can still do improv, I can still do everything I want to do. It's just that I spent some time playing with money and trying to make more money and stuff, right? And investor is a broad term. You can invest in so many things. I was thinking, first of all, I'm gonna start with crypto, of course, because I'm already in this very deep, and it's the start of a bull market, so you better invest in crypto right now, Andy. I'm not giving you financial advice, I'm just giving myself a financial advice. So I'm starting with crypto, then I'm also very interested in real estate, even though I have no idea about that, but owning a place, owning my own place first, and then owning more places that I can stay in or that I rent that give me passive income, so that sounds great. So eventually I want to move in that direction, and then while we're at it, we can invest in businesses. And that is where it becomes super interesting and where it justifies me to do this. Because I want to kind of have an impact, right? I want to change stuff. One of the reasons why I quit my job was because I didn't feel like I make a difference. Now, assuming that the investment thingy would work, and assuming I had money to spend on stuff to invest, then I could decide where that money goes, and I could decide what makes sense for me, what I want to see in the world, so I can invest in sustainable things. I can invest in green technologies. I can invest in whatever I deem worthy and future-proof. If I have enough real estate and crypto to have enough money, I can certainly spend some portion of the money to try to invest on innovation, right? I want to drive innovation. And if I don't do it by working for a company that is innovative, maybe I can do it by providing the monetary help that is required in the beginning to get it started. And then hopefully it will also yield returns for me that I can then reinvest in more sustainable projects. But yeah, this is the reason why it suddenly became interesting for me, why I suddenly want to be an investor. Now this is still very like far away, as in like it's not something that I can achieve within a day. And it might also be just an idea I have right now and next week I'll drop it again. Possible, that happened before, might happen again, but maybe I'll stick with it. I will run into problems as always, and then we will see how strong I am to stick with it. Now, after I had this thought yesterday, I was so motivated that I have it figured out now, that I did the meditations again, the guided meditations that were supposed to connect to my future self. And I did it again with the house and the job and the partner and everything. And yesterday, when I did it again, and my inner creator showed me my future house, it was a house on a hill. That is how I imagine my future home. I imagine a house on a hill. And that's one reason why I picked this spot here. See in the distance there, that castle thingy on that hill? That's kind of what I want. I want to live there. Right? Maybe not in a castle per se, but in a house. And in my imagination, it was like one of those houses that you see around here in the Mediterranean style. Because it's definitely in warm climate and it's close to the sea. And it was a rather big house as well. Not castle, but a big house. I was living on the top floor, of course. I always like to be on top. That's why it's on the hill and I'm on the top floor. And I have a window front facing north, so the sun isn't blinding me. When I work, I want to look out and see the town or maybe the sea, depending on what's near, you know. Just I want to look down on something. And I have my office desk there and my chair, and I look out the window. And then it's not just me living there. There are many people living there actually. So in my vision, there was lots of commotion there. There were people working in the garden. I don't know if they were gardeners or if they lived there and did stuff in the garden. There could be workaway people there, because now that I did it myself, I kind of like that concept. Just accepting people in your home, and they do some small tasks for you, and therefore you provide them with food. And hey, I have the money to pay for food and a big house. So why not give that to people who need it or who want it, and who want to learn from me and see what my life is like, and just enjoy their time there with me or us. Because I'll definitely have a family. I'll have a wife. At some point I will have children. That's all in my vision. It's all done. It's done, it's done, it's done. As the voice in the guided meditation said. And it is done in my head. And now that it is in my head, I can work towards it. Now I need to put the actual work in to actually get there. And that hopefully motivates me to actually do some stuff and to actually get there, you know? I want this, but I'm not there yet. I'm still here, but I can now see it. That's why I like this as a metaphor. I can see it, and I see the path that is leading there. I don't know where exactly the path will go. I just see the next few meters, and I don't see the path anymore. But once I'm there, I will see how the path continues, and at some point I'm gonna be there. At some point I'm gonna be there. And maybe I won't pick that castle, but the castle behind that. Or another castle. Or maybe another castle at all. Because on the way I might redecide and go a different path. Of course, that could happen. But as for now, I'm happy with finally seeing the path. I'm finally seeing the path. If you show that video to past me from like a year ago, he would probably think I'm crazy. I mean, what is this? Some kind of hocus pocus, blah blah manifestation. If I was talking like that, like I'm talking now, I would think I'm crazy, right? And you might think I'm crazy. That's fine, that's fair. I mean, I see that just visualizing it isn't actually the work done. I still need to get the work done, but I'm hoping, and I don't have any proof for that, but I'm hoping that it's gonna help me. I'm hoping, now that I see the path, that I will have an easier time finding the motivation to actually do something to get further on this path. Maybe it doesn't help, but maybe it does help. And in that case, I have it done now. I have this vision, and I can try and manifest it. And I can try to get the motivation from this visualization, from this plan of my future. Because now I know why I'm doing this. Now I know where I want to be. In a house, on the hill, having a family and assistants, being an investor. I don't want to be the most successful investor, but I want to be successful enough to live off of it and support some companies that I think have great future technologies. Boom! That's it. I don't think that having this visualization stops me from getting somewhere where I want to be. I think the chances for it actually helping me are greater than the chances from it stopping me. Thus, I do it. As with investing in Bitcoin, the upside potential is a lot higher than the downside potential. So I'm investing right now. I'm investing in myself and in cryptocurrencies. And at some point in real estate and companies. And with that, I will leave you. I still have to cycle back home. If you now feel inspired, maybe you also want to visualize your future. Maybe you won't. Doesn't matter. In any case, I wish freedom and health to you, and that your life becomes the way that you want it to be. For me, that's a house on the hill. Look at it. Look at it. That is what I want. My castle on the hill. What a great future I have ahead of me. Being an investor. It still sounds strange. It still sounds super strange to me. I never wanted to become an investor. Now I have the plan to be one. Well, we will see how that turns out. So stick around. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.